In the northwest corner of Yuhang district, Hangzhou, lies the picturesque Qingshan village. Surrounded by mountains on three sides and graced by natural reservoirs, it's the chosen home for German designer Christoph John and his family. Recently, Chris and his Chinese work partners have been working on the design and crafting of a unique chair, using materials for making traditional local oil paper umbrellas.
We need to decide what kind of paper.
We have the rice paper, we can use bamboo paper, we can use paper from the tree skin. Challenge. And actually the applying the layers step by step is still following the traditional way of the umbrella. So every chair is unique because every edge is, you cannot
From a regular oil paper umbrella to a chair brimming with creativity. This is a project that Chris and his Chinese partners will complete in the near future.
My latest work is inspired by the traditional Chinese paper umbrella. It's called Butterfly.
Now aged 42, Chris is from Werder in northeast Germany, a town steeped in tradition. He wanted to be a designer from an early age. In 2009, while studying at the renowned Domus Academy in Milan, he befriended his classmate, Zhang Lei.
Drawing like painting. Zhang is like incense.
So when I met Zhang Lei in Milan, we become friends very fast because he is a very open and a very positive and very communicative person. So he teach me a lot about his vision in design and also about his cultural background. So this was a very interesting experience for me.
Zhang Lei, a native of China's city of Tianjin, furthered his studies in Milan after graduating from Zhejiang University. United by their shared passion for art and design, Chris and Zhang formed a lasting bond.
我跟 Chris 和Joanna 当时都在讲，就是我们第一个考察的地方，是一个油纸伞作坊。Chris 的性格是很平静的，他其实虽然他在表情上表达并不明显，但是由此之后的话，其实他成为了中国竹子的热衷的支持者或者实践者，所以他后面的大量的这个设计作品都跟中国的竹相关。
So Zhang Lei influenced me quite a lot because he taught me about his culture. And before I was never in touch with Asian culture, so he kind of like teach me a lot about Asian and especially Chinese culture. So for me, when I saw the umbrella, it's very clear this is a Chinese tradition work.
The Chinese designer introduced Chris to the treasures of Chinese culture, leaving an indelible mark on Chris's creative endeavors and kindling a profound connection between him and China.
We discovered that almost all the Chinese traditional crafts and the cultural stories have a very deep, like a possibility of creating new things by actually watching it, by studying it, by deconstructing it, and by kind of learning it about it. You get a lot of inspiration for new ideas. So the Chinese traditional culture is our basic source of inspiration.
China has abundant natural resources and a rich heritage of traditional craftsmanship, so Chris hopes to incorporate more Chinese culture into his work. In 2010, he made a major decision to settle down in Hangzhou alongside Zhang Lei and Zhang's wife.
He influenced me in thinking more open and more wider in terms of putting a cultural background into my design work.
Zhang Lei's wife, Giovanna Zhang, is a designer from Serbia. Together, the trio established a creative studio in China, embarking on an exploration of traditional materials and craftsmanship, with an initial focus on the cultural heritage of the Yuhang oil paper umbrella. The oil paper umbrella is one of the world's earliest umbrella types. They are entirely handcrafted from natural materials, in testimony to ancient Chinese wisdom, with a history spanning over 2,000 years. Hangzhou experiences abundant rainfall throughout the seasons and boasts plentiful reserves of bamboo and wood. The tradition of crafting oil paper umbrellas there stretches back over 250 years. One of the most celebrated stories associated with these umbrellas is Legend of the White Snake. Its two main characters fall in love because of an oil paper umbrella.
不放肆！哎呀，那过来吧，不用客气，两股神呐，共存怎么算吧？哎，不。
During the 1940s and 1950s, Yuhang's oil paper umbrella production peaked at approximately 5 million umbrellas annually. But then, in the 1960s and 1970s, the advent of steel-framed umbrellas gradually displaced them. For a while, it looked like the craft might disappear. In 2007, Yuhang oil paper umbrellas earned a place on the Zhejiang Provincial Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Then, in 2011, Chris, accompanied by Zhang Lei and Giovanna, made a visit to Liu Youchuan, an inheritor of this intangible cultural heritage. At that time, Liu's workshop was very rudimentary, but they were determined to learn the techniques of his craft.
After he introduced me the oil paper umbrella, I was very amazed by the technique, by the very complex pattern. And at the same time, I was also very curious about what opportunities it can give to us by deconstructing the technique and the material.
Chris dedicated 3 months to an intensive apprenticeship, covering every aspect, from bamboo selection to umbrella frame construction and to affixing the umbrella surface. This complex process involves over 70 steps. Among the many steps, the technique of shehu, or wet pasting, aroused his interest. In the technique, an entire sheet of paper is soaked in glue before being applied to the umbrella frame. A standard oil paper umbrella has 36 ribs, with a single sheet of paper covering 4 ribs, for a total of 9 sheets used. The process involves meticulously pasting each sheet of paper, layer by layer, onto the frame.
Because we came up with this idea when we watched the craftsman doing it, when he applied the shehu technique to the bamboo frame. Actually, in the beginning we just thought that we can play with the material. So we didn't have the idea to make a chair from the beginning. So we just thought maybe this kind of shehu, we can put the paper on other shapes, on other frames. Maybe it can follow the form and the shape. And finally we came to the conclusion that the material only can have this shape without any frame, just using the shehu technique.
Chris experimented with the idea of reshaping structure and form to create a chair by drawing from the technique used to craft umbrella frames, complemented by the shehu technique.
So transforming a paper umbrella into a chair was a very new way for us of designing. So we are very excited about this transformation, about this idea.
我们非常热衷于就是将传统的工艺、古老的工艺文化和未来连接起来，这个就是我们讲的传统的未来 （future tradition）。
2012 saw the debut of Piao, a paper chair, at the prestigious Milan Design Week. It combined remarkable stability with exquisite design, securing the top prize at the Salon Satellite of Milan Furniture Fair.
Because Piao pretty much means like a floating and a lightness. So we use a material paper for our chair, which is a very light and a weightless material, and also the edge of our product just keeps it very open and light. So Piao reflects this idea very good.
这个飘的直椅当时它在尺寸和人机上，有大量的借鉴中国传统的圈椅啊，就是中国传统椅子的这个部分，但是我没有照搬，那个你是看不出任何中国传统椅子在这把椅子上的痕迹，它是根源于中国传统文化，但是它又是可以让全世界都能看得懂的一件作品。
I feel that they might not expect something from China like this. And as for the design method, this chair is of good value.
Piao received global attention because of its material innovation. Its paper is composed of tough fibers. Using this paper, which was originally used for Yuhang oil paper umbrella canopies, to create a sturdy chair was a bold experiment.
其实纸啊，它在糊散的时候糊个就是糊一层的，干了之后它就可以折呀等等的。但是当你糊成比如3层5层的时候，你会发现纸水分走了之后，纸会收缩。
So we slower the process of putting the layers onto each other. We let it all the steps we let it dry more often. So this craft have a lot of challenges, but by learning about the technique and learning about material, it always helps you to solve the problems.
The news of Piao garnering a prestigious award set Liu Youchan's workshop abuzz with excitement. Liu Weishui, grandson of Liu Youchuan, was deeply touched by the recognition.
我看他们都做的设计，就可能在埋下种子吧。我也特地让我爷爷他给我做一把，最后面我也要到了一把我爷爷做的纸伞，一直保留到现在。大学我刚好学的是设计，所以我工作了1年以后，我觉得还是想回来做自己喜欢做的事情，所以可能回来做伞。
In 2014, Liu Weishui graduated from Hangzhou Normal University with a degree in design. He assumed the vital role of inheriting the Yuhang oil paper umbrella making craft from his grandfather. Upon receiving this news, Chris and Zhang Lei generously aided Liu Weishui in renovating and redesigning the workshop without any charge, resulting in a remarkable transformation.
So that means also this experience visiting this workshop here with the craftsmen, work with them and get to know them, actually led our path for the next many years. So that means this was a very important step for us and also for our future thinking and creating.
Of course, I think there's a lot of it, but very depend on him.
Chris's collaboration with his grandfather changed Liu Weishui's perspective on the Yuhang oil paper umbrella. Over the years, he actively sought opportunities to work with Chris again, aiming to showcase the ancient Chinese craft internationally. In 2015, Chris and Liu Weishui teamed up to create a large paper umbrella that was put on show at the Maison and Objet Trade Fair in Paris in the Milan Design Week and at an exhibition in Athens.
我觉得他们在设计我们纸伞的时候是倾入自己的精神在里面的，所以他们设计出来的这个产品是有魂的。我也非常愿意跟他们未来能继续合作，去做我们的纸伞的创新啊，然后一系列的产品。
Then, in 2022, Yuhang oil paper umbrellas were put on show in the Belvedere of Literary Profundity of Beijing's Palace Museum. The ancient craft was regaining radiance and winning a substantial following, both domestically and internationally.
So by deconstructing the paper umbrella, we think we have a lot of opportunities what to create in future. So this material gives us a lot of inspiration. So we can do a lot of different things for interior, for products and for furniture.
Recently, Chris, Liu Weishui, Zhang Lei and Giovanna have been working to explore further innovations in the realm of oil paper umbrellas, with the aim of integrating them into people's daily lives.
Many people is dressing like Han dynasty clothes to taking photos. This two color is the top selling. This is blue color, dark blue. This is dark blue. 就是对于颜色而言的话，我觉得我们有一个研究是中国传统着色研究。其实那个研究的话很适合你的伞。
But I think also in this we can still experiment putting different fibers into it. Not only using this kind of fiber we use for many years, I think also for paper can still experiment.
We color these bones in like a lacquer, another color. So this would be when you open it, you have like a little stripes, and then inside color is slowly fading. It's also quite pretty.
其实我觉得你爷爷在恢复的是余杭纸伞，在你这一代的话，应该恢复的是中国纸伞。
The result of their discussion this time is the creation of a practical chair called Die, or butterfly, based on their earlier design, Piao. Similar to Piao, the concept behind Die is rooted in the intangible cultural heritage of oil paper umbrellas. Today, Chris is selecting bamboo in the mountains with his master.
不要毛这我们愿意的，一定要无愿意的。我要是这样子，毛这样子，这样子，接起来，哎。
So Die comes from the word Rudie. So the idea of a Rudie butterfly transforms from a cocoon to become a butterfly. So the same we use for our chair. So our paper chair transforms from a Yochisan and it becomes a paper chair.
Chris feels that his creative inspiration, derived from Chinese intangible cultural heritage, is endowed with more real-life vitality.
Tradition is meant to change. Same as we change, same as society change, as people change. They are like interacting, moving all over the world. So the same as I think culture and tradition should also be evolving.
Over the years, with Zhang Lei's support, he has also traveled across China and learned about other kinds of crafts to collect related traditional materials and deconstruct and analyze their craftsmanship. Qingshan village is building a future village in which local villagers are encouraged to inherit and develop cultural industries related to intangible cultural heritage items. In 2015, Chris and Zhang Lei carried out a protective renovation of an abandoned auditorium in Qingshan village. They transformed it into a space to showcase thousands of Chinese intangible cultural heritage craftsmanship materials they had collected, making it freely accessible to the public. They named it the Rong Design Library. Rong means fusion.
传统的未来这个设计思想在这个时候被奠定，其实是我们无形中在解构了油纸伞的制作工艺和材料，所以这件事情成为我们的未来的工作方法，就是熔。
I think the Qingshan village is quite special because it also get a lot of support from the government in order to develop into a future village. So we kind of like also take it as an opportunity to be part of the creators, be part of people who shape this kind of future village.
Within the Rong Design Library, there's a corner meticulously designed by Chris.
This shelf displays the crafts all about the Yochisan, the traditional Chinese paper umbrella. Put in many plates here showing different materials and the different process steps of this paper umbrella. So for example, here we show the paper which is used to glue on the bamboo frame to produce the umbrella. Here we can see a lot of different samples regarding the bamboo weavings. So as you can see, there are different patterns and different techniques.
With its thousands of years of history and culture, China has accumulated a wealth of traditional craftsmanship. Learning and researching traditional Chinese craftsmanship also requires extensive accumulation, something Chris is deeply passionate about. The philosophies of the best use of everything and the use of local materials are inherent in China's ancestral approach to creation. The rich treasury of traditional Chinese craftsmanship leaves Chris in continuous awe, serving as an abundant source of inspiration to him.
那个 Chris 之前做过德国的传统木工，比如说我们做的那个书架的设计，用的这个窗户上的冰裂纹这个原理榫卯结构，但是它可以无限延伸。它的工艺基础其实跟 Chris 的德国的传统的德国木工是有关的。
I think by fusing it, by changing it, by putting some new colors into it, tradition is there to change. And only in this way it gives us a new inspiration to solve problems or to create something nice.
With its emphasis on the inheritance of intangible cultural heritage, Qingshan village has attracted numerous foreign designers, like Chris and his family. 3 years ago, Chris brought his wife and children to China. Since officially making Qingshan their home, they have become foreign villagers in the community.
我们的房子就是自己做的嘛，我的小木屋它也是自己做的，还有我的床。
We put all the pipes, we connect from the roof, so the roof has a lot of space, collect a lot of litter of water. Yeah, use it for.
Whenever there are community matters to attend to, Chris's wife, Nicole, actively participates in village meetings. Over time, she has become an engaged member of the Qingshan village community, contributing to the management of public affairs.
要那个路，我觉得这个地方真的很危险。我知道了2次有起车，there was an accident. We need 2 mirrors here. 如果我在这里来，我可以看一下。
Nicole finds life in China very fulfilling. She often takes her children to work in the fields, engaging in farming activities.
And this is also something that I really appreciate living in the village, is that I can live with nature together.
Nicole shares the vegetables and fruit she grows with her neighbours. Through such friendships, Chris and his family have developed a sense of spiritual belonging to the lush green hills and clear waters of Qingshan village.
阿姨，阿姨，加油！给你啊！谢谢。不客气。
Today, Chris, Nicole, along with the Zhang couple, Liu Youchuan and Liu Weishui, gather for a meal, reminiscing about the connections they forged over the years, thanks to the Yuhan oil paper umbrella.
Hanfu is Han nationality clothes. 很富 is very rich.
老家在这里啊，不知道。他说你是李先生人吗？不是料。然后呢，就是150多张插图，就是以前村的面貌。他说记得很清楚，然后再画下来。你们现在进过村里面后面2个水库，跟我爷爷造成的。我第一次这文化以前，一定要有年轻，要有文化人来接班，才是传承下去。
New people coming in, some people who enjoying the nature and who actually do some activities here. So in this way the village becomes more open, the ideas, and I think also the locals can feel that there is much more than this lifestyle, village lifestyle.
Qingshan village is known for its beautiful sunsets, during which a crimson glow envelops its green hills, and fading light bathes the entire village in its warmth. It's during this time that Chris likes to take his family out into the hills to scoot and play by a stream. At such times, everything in Qingshan village seems infused with happiness and beauty.
In the last 10 years, China changed a lot, developed very fast, in terms of technology, transportation, smart device, and on the other hand also people's mind changing towards a more appreciating and being aware of a cultural background.
I feel very happy to live here in China and getting to work with great partners. China provides a very good environment to be creative, both in work projects and private life. I hope to develop more modern designs and artworks based on traditional Chinese culture.